Hey, so in this video I'm going to explain why the minor 7 flat 5 or half diminished chord isn't a thing, and that all the time it spends not existing you can spend working on other stuff. So, who's got time to play the Locrian mode? The answer is nobody. Ain't nobody got time for that. If you spend all your time working on Locrian language, stop now. It's fine if you've done it, we can apply it elsewhere, it's okay, but basically it's a waste of time. So this is the thing that you've got to know, and it's really very simple. I play an F sharp half diminished, and you probably switched off the really stupid part of your brain which looks at that and goes, oh, I can see an A minor in that, because that's what we're going to do, right? So the A minor with an F sharp in the bass is an F minor 7 flat 5 chord, and this is how, for instance, Thelonious Monk understood it, so, and Barry Harris. So it's not somehow wrong to look at it that way. It's actually really useful. What possible benefit have we got looking at it like that? Well, the answer is that most of us know a lot more minor stuff than Locrian stuff, or Locrian sharp 2, whatever you kids are playing over it these days. So the thing is that like the first thing that we learn as as guitar players is, like, for instance, the minor pentatonic. So if I play that, then I've got an A minor scale. I can play the blues. Right, it works great. So that's just an immediate result for anybody. You can go back to my minor pentatonics over everything video. I use that relationship. Okay, more than that, it allows us to apply melodic minor harmony, for instance, because we can use the A melodic minor over that chord. And then, of course, it becomes the Locrian sharp 2, if that's what you call it if you've done a jazz degree, and yeah, I need to get full marks in harmony exams. Okay, so, but harmony exams are one thing, but applying language is another. And most of us are probably going to know more minor stuff than we know Locrian stuff. So, how does this work? Do we have to do a complicated conversion and go, oh, it's up a minor third each time? Well, I find it easier to look at it from this point of view. For instance, if we're in the key of A minor, and we have a B half diminished, and we have an E7 flat 9 something, and we have an A minor, right? I look at that from the point of view of it being 4-5-1. D minor, E7, A minor. Most of us can understand that, right? And you can see that the bar shapes are right there. So, yeah. D minor bar chord, okay, E7, that's a C7 shape, A minor bar, right, easy, and we can play arpeggios over it. Okay, so probably what I'll do here is I'll use the D minor over that chord, and I reckon I'll use a nice little diminished 7th over the E7, so I'll use an F or even a G sharp. Let's say G sharp diminished 7th. They're the same thing, but the naming is useful. G sharp, go to A minor, right? So these are the chords we're using. A minor, G sharp diminished, A minor 6th in this case, because A minor 6th is a nice rich one. Okay, let's give that a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's use a D minor triad this time, sorry. Now I use a D minor 6. Notice that's very close to the diminished. Wasn't very good actually. Let me try that again. Alright, so these are pentatonics. So you can hear that it works the right way. Now, say we want to incorporate a little bit more of that kind of melodic minor kind of colour. One simple way of doing that is just using a minor major 7th arpeggio. Listen to this. Nice, huh? Okay, what did I do there? I used a D minor, an F minor, and then an A minor. I'll play that again in time. 1, 2, 3, D minor, F minor, A minor, right? Okay. Let's just do the arpeggios. The F minor works on E7 because the altered scale is always the minor, the melodic minor, upper half step, right? Let's use minor 6th arpeggios. Melodic minors. So there you go. That's a tool set you need for playing a minor 251 using just the minor sound. It always used to confuse me when Joe Pass used to say there's only 3 chord colours, minor, major and dominant, and it's only probably in the past 5 years that I've truly understood what he means. Okay, right. But all the Barry Harris fans are saying that's very true. Barry Harris does indeed teach that the minor 6th is the same thing as a minor 7 flat 5. That the minor 7 flat 5 or the half diminished chord is the minor 6th with a 6th in the bass. That is true. But there's one thing you're overlooking, which is that, and I explain this in my inexplicably most viewed video that I've got, which is all the bop harmony you need to know in 20 minutes. It's awful, but people watch it anyway for some reason. I do explain this, I do touch on this, but I'll explain it hopefully clearer and again. So, even guitarists, village idiots of music that we are, can understand this basic thing looking at the fretboard. Okay, so I will play for you a B minor 7 flat 5 chord, and I will do it in a high register, one of Django's favourite shapes. And you might go, oh hang on, is that not also a G9 chord? And you would be right, you would be correct in that assumption. Also, if you are used to going chomp, 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 chomp for a living, as am I, you might also recognise that there is this thing, which is also a voicing of G9. And it sounds particularly good if you go, and that's something you can get money for. People want to pay you money to do that. So, that is great. So this is a really interesting connection, because it means that not only is a half diminished a bit minor, it's also a bit dominant as well. Well, why is this useful, you may ask? And the answer is because, well, I mean, obviously I could play the Lydian dominant on it, obviously, but then that's just D melodic minor, so what's the point of that? No, the thing that we can do is we can play our advanced dominant bebop language over the top. You got advanced dominant bebop language, haven't you? If not, then go and get some, and then do this over this chord. So we're going to play G7, and then you remember my G sharp diminished 7th? Well, that's just taking that note up, taking that note up by a half step from G to G sharp. You can tell I've been writing essays all day. I've gone completely manic. Okay, G7, G sharp diminished 7th, and then into A minor. Another way, the sneaky backdoor way of playing a 2-5-1. Okay? Okay. Right, well, I'll try and demonstrate that. So, I mean, we can play things like, you know, these added note scale ideas. You wouldn't think to do that over half diminished if you were struggling with like, what's the fine? How do you do that? How do you got the 7th? Oh, God, I don't know. And then what about that sharp 2? Ugh! Which is generally my response to half diminished chords. I don't know if you have the same thing. So, you can play all that dominant language you've been learning, is play over blueses and rhythm changes and things like that, of that kind, of that nature, and then you can play that over B minor 7 flat 5. Now I shall demonstrate this, hopefully, not awfully. Have a listen. Diminished. Let me try that again. I do like the 6th. And so on, you get the idea, right? Okay, it's not, hopefully it's not rocket science. So how do we relate that? Well, it's a third, but it's also a 2-5 with D minor, right? So that 2-5 relationship, D minor going to G7, it's kind of the most important one. But if you also relate it to that, then you've got this three-way understanding of how these chords are related, and that's a useful start. And then you can also relate it, if you really want to. If your name is, for instance, Wes Montgomery, you can relate it to the F major 7 sharp 11th chord as well. But I'm not really going to touch on that too much today. That's also a useful thing because, hey, we all like major licks, don't we? I like minor licks as well, but major licks. Oh, well, I'll just do it anyway. So it'll be F minor going to, F major going to F minor, going to A minor. Okay, so it'll be this: F major, minor, A minor, and you'll notice that I like playing E major on A minor as well. So it gives you that very skill. Nobody uses that word anymore. What do you young guys say? Lit. I can't say that. It sounds ridiculous. That very nice E major sound over an A minor, right? Which is kind of melodic minor or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let's just do that. So it goes F major, F minor, E major. Weird, huh? Here we go. Okay, so that's pretty hip, isn't it? I feel quite smug about that. Anyway, yeah, so that's great. So I mean, like, these relationships are really useful for coming up with good sounds. And you don't ever have to think about the minor 7 flat 5 chord. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think. I find this a very useful and helpful. It's not just a hack, it's actually just like basically the way I deal with half diminished chords. And I know a lot of people sort of struggle with those because they are annoying. So if you found this video helpful, please comment below and chip in any thoughts. Maybe you think this whole thing is a bit of a naughty hack, and actually you should practice your Locrian like good jazz musicians. I don't know, but anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you found